Ah, what a nice $9 cube that is set up at a pretty professional level that it feels super similar to another pretty professionally set up cube. This cube is going to be my main forever and forever. Nothing could possibly change.
You've got mail.
Oh, a new cube? Oh boy. We gotta make this opening special. Okay, let's talk about this cube. Okay, let's start off with the obvious factor here. This cube turns like no other cube I've ever turned before. Like, this turning... This doesn't compare to this. This feels so nice. The UV coating on this cube is so shiny and it helps grip, and I'll get into that later. Let's talk about the turning of this cube. This cube turns like no other cube, and I'm going to say that again because of the corner to core magnets, which are visible right here. And because of this, this allows more stability into the cube, which for me, that's what the Lubes did, as seen in my RS3M 2020 setup that uses Stardust and Nebula and weight 3. Stardust to have it fast, but Nebula to keep it controllable. But because the magnets do this on this cube, I can now put faster Lubes into this. This also helps me get now better single solves, as I've been now recently getting some 13s on and off cam. I've also broken my 3x3 personal best average of 5 in competition and at home using this GAN cube. And the equivalency of getting a 13 on this cube is like getting a 15 on the RS3M. The tension or blue thing is set to 2, and the spring compression is set to 5, which if you don't know how to set it to 5, you could just get the spring compression tool and make it snap all the way to the top, and then this is setting 1, so you could then just go 1, so the next setting would be 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's talk about the customizability on this cube. Now, the settings out of the box on this cube, for most people, it's pretty alright. Sometimes it's a bit altered, like many cubes out of the box. If they're highly customizable, the out of the box setting is pretty good already. And that's because it's left for like you to change it to the way you want. But I did not like the settings out of the box on this GAN 11M Pro. So what I did is I removed the 1 and 3 tensions, which were in the cube presetted, which was set to 1, and I swapped them for the 2 and 4s, which I use setting 2. And these extra magnet things, I never really use them, since I don't know if these are supposed to be stronger or weaker than the already installed triangle magnets. If they're supposed to be stronger, then that's gonna be a problem, because the thing is, like, magnets need to be strong, but not so strong to the point which I need to use more force to start a turn, and this will definitely come to be a problem when it comes to doing flick turns or algorithms that require them, because then you're gonna have to use more force, and when you're finishing it, you might result into +2s, or maybe even DNFs. And having stronger magnets, if you use a method that mainly uses M and U, then you're gonna have a fun time exercising these fingers. Speaking of magnet strength, the magnet strength is set to the setting that's out of the box, or setting 2 if the camera can pick it up. And this is the medium setting, because 1 felt way too flimsy and 3 felt way too strong. So for the magnet strength, you just have to use the Goldilocks setting, which is just right. My algorithms feel super nice to do, and I really like this. I really do like this. They have like this airy feel. If it reminds me of anything, it has to be like how I felt when I got the Gans Air Master. Now let's talk about this shiny UV coating. I'm going to run my thumbs on this frosted coated RS3M and this UV coated GAN 11M with the same amount of force. Yeah, this kind of really feels the same. But that's when I'm practicing at home, when I'm not nervous. Now let's talk about competitions. I also wanted to try this cube out in a competition, since this cube was used to set some world records. Mainly Timon's now broken 5.09 3x3 average. So I took it to the DFW Cubing Spring 2022. And along with this cube being there, I also met some people, had a little fun, and I also got a new 3x3 PR of 15 seconds. This cube, it felt pretty good for the competition, since I was kind of nervous and I also arrived a little late and was kind of sleepy. So this cube really helped, since it felt so good during the solve. I was also using the RS3M as my warm-up cube. So yes. So what are my final opinions on this cube? Well, this cube really has some main potential, and it could actually be the cube that dethrones the RS3M 2020. Although I plan on not just unmaining this cube completely, since I want to learn one-handed, and this cube also feels pretty good for one-handed. But for just plain old regular 3x3, I think the GAN 11M Pro is going to be my new main. And it also feels really nice, so I'd recommend buying it if you have the money, and if you really want to cut off some seconds from your average, because this cube helped cut off some seconds from my averages. So I think it might cut off a few seconds from your average. But this is just my review, and if you want to try out this cube, there's some links down below where you could get it from multiple cube stores. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see all of y'all later. Bye.